We are live. Hey, what's up, everyone? Remy Mayer here, founder of Hollows Body, and today I'm with Lauren. What's up, Lauren?
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Can you introduce yourself real quick, Lauren?
Hello, my name is Lauren Kess. I am a habits, productivity, and mindset coach, and I've been doing that for about cumulatively 13 years.
Right, quite a long time. And so you've been coaching also our gym owner clients for what, 4 years now?
Yeah, for almost 5 years now.
Almost 5 years, right? Yeah.
Crazy,
Can
yeah.
you see me, by the way? I just want to make sure you can see me.
I cannot see you.
Oh, you cannot see me. Oh, okay. What's going on? Let's see. I think that on Facebook Live, people can see me, but maybe not on Zoom. Yeah, I think that it's working on Facebook. Sorry, you can't see me, Lauren.
Oh no, just kidding.
All right, so today I'm gonna share my screen, and let me know if you can see that, Lauren. All right, so today I'm gonna share my screen. Oh. Can you see that? Can you see the screen, Lauren?
I can, yeah.
You can?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So there we go. The title of this presentation, so it's a free workshop, and the title of this presentation is how to provide better results to your gym members so that you can grow your gym. So basically, there are only 3 ways to grow any business. The first way is to get more customers. The second way is to do repeat business with the same customers. And the third way is to sell higher ticket products to those customers to increase revenue. So how do we translate that to the gym business? Well, if we want to get more customers, that's more gym members. Do repeat business with those same customers, that means improving retention. And then sell higher ticket products, it means charging more for the memberships or for the programs. And the best way to do this is actually to provide better results to the gym members. Because when you get better results, when you provide better results to your gym members, then guess what? You're going to generate much better success stories. From those success stories, you can generate amazing testimonials. From those testimonials, you can have amazing marketing, amazing advertising. And guess what? You're going to get more leads. And then if you get more leads, you're going to get more gym members. If you generate also better results, well, of course that your clients are going to be happy. If they get results, they're going to stay. If you change their lives, right? If they lose weight, if they get rid of diabetes with you, of course that they're going to stay because they are happy. So you're going to improve your retention. And when you provide better results, of course that the perceived value from your members is better, right? And so of course that when you serve more, you can charge more. So you see how by providing better results, we can improve your business and grow the business by getting more gym members, improving retention, and charging more. So you might be doing group classes right now. And when you think about providing better results, you think about providing personal training or semi-private personal training, right? What's good with personal training is that at least people have more skin in the game, because usually you can charge at least twice the price, right? It's more expensive, it's twice the price. And so when people have more skin in the game, of course that they are more committed. And so then they follow through. But it's not necessarily because of the personal training itself. It's more because they are just paying more, right? And also what's good with personal training is that the coach would notice if the client doesn't show up to that personal training session. So this is what's good about personal training. What sucks though, so we see personal training, one-on-one personal training or semi-private as being the old way. Because it sucks for many reasons. It sucks because there are only 40 hours in a week. And so if you or your coaches are booked solid with 3 workouts a week, it means that if you do 13 times 3, that's 39. So with 13 clients, if you coach them 3 hours a week, and that's what people need to get fitter and healthier, you would only have 13 clients and you would be book solid. 13 clients is not that much. It sucks because you can't take vacations. Anytime you spend not working costs you money. And so when you go on vacations, it costs you double. It costs you for the cost of the vacation and also for the missed opportunity costs when you're not working. It sucks also because it kills your impact. You're only helping 13 clients. Even if you're amazing at what you do, you are only impacting 1 client at a time. And also it sucks because actually your clients don't need one-on-one personal training to get fitter and healthier. They don't need to snatch. They don't need to muscle up. They don't need to do any complicated movements, right? They don't need to do the complicated Olympic weightlifting movements or the complicated gymnastic movements in order to get fit. They don't need to walk on their hands. They don't need to muscle up. They don't need to do all of that. In fact, if they would just do some air squats and some pull-ups and some sit-ups and some burpees and some rowing, that's great already, right? And so even if you provide amazing one-on-one personal training, that's only 3 hours in the week. There is another 165 hours in that week. And this is where they exactly need you. This is where the transformation for them is in terms of their nutrition, in terms of their sleep, in terms of their stress management, in terms of all those things, all other elements of health. And so here is the new way, right? So level 1, group classes. Level 2, that would be personal training, the old way. That's better. But what's even better, actually, is to go back to group classes. But now you would also include habits and accountability coaching. And so when you include habit and accountability coaching, you still charge more. You still charge twice the price as the group classes. So you do have more skin in the game, like with the same than with the old way. You track attendance. So also the coach notices when a client doesn't show up. But what's good also is that you can do some peer accountability. You can pair up people, and so they keep each other accountable. What's great also is that instead of working with one client per hour, 1 client at a time, now you can have 10, 12, 15 clients per hour. So it's way more scalable. You can provide much better results to your members because now you also help them with nutrition, sleep, stress management. You help them with their habits and you help them with all elements of health. You can have a much, much better profit margin because it does not cost you as much to provide this level 3. And also because you're going to have 10x, 15x more clients, you're going to have much better profit margin. You're going to make way more money so that you can delegate and so that you can work less and so that you can go on vacations. So basically with the new way, with the level 3 here, group classes with habit and accountability coaching, you can have all the pros of the old way without the cons. with the new way, it's all pros, right? Lauren, you want to tell us more about this?
Yeah, so the biggest thing with habits and accountability is that, with my experience with working with people who really struggle to keep a habit long term, and especially if they're going to do, habit change and something as really drastic, right, as weight loss. And it's a lifestyle change and all of that. So if you can hold people accountable in their habits from the very beginning, you can pretty much guarantee long-term success, because you're actually aiding them and giving them the tools that they need to replace what is a negative habit pattern with a positive habit pattern, but in a way that actually feels doable and easy. So you're going to keep your clientele for a long period of time, and it's going to be something easy to do if you just add that simple little element in from the very, very beginning.
Right, exactly. I think now you can see me, yes?
Yes. Yay.
Sorry, I had some technical issues with my camera here. I changed my laptop, so. Yes, exactly. So let's continue with the presentation. I'm going to share my screen again. All right. And so, all right, let's go back to the presentation. Okay. And so how do we deliver this? How do we deliver this type of a habit and accountability coaching? We do this by having an online course so that it does not take too much time to do this. Once you have it ready, it's scalable. If you have 10, 50, 100, 200, 300 clients, it doesn't matter. So that you coach them on habits and you coach them on their mindset with that online course. Also, we recommend that you do weekly live group coaching calls with your gym members so that you help them with their habits. We also recommend that you use a Telegram channel or a WhatsApp or whatever type of app that you can use for a community chat, and so that you can provide support. And also we recommend that before those weekly live group calls, you make them fill out a form for habit tracking. And so here, before the call, you're going to look at all the different forms, and you're going to see if some of your gym members need more support. And then if you see that, for instance, they are drinking a lot of alcohol every day, or they are binge eating, or they have some bad coping mechanisms, then you can probably help with the online course. You can probably help with the weekly live group calls and also the community chat. But probably those people will need more support, and the form is helping you finding those people that need more support. Lauren, you want to explain how we designed this this system here?
Yeah, so a lot of you may not know that I worked with a company called Pavlok for several years and started their group coaching program. And the kind of people, right, that would go or would buy that device, they were literally paying to have a device to give them a zap, right, for having negative habits. So
like literally an electrical shock, right?
Yeah. Right. So you can imagine that was the end of the road for them. Like nothing else for them had worked. So they now needed to, or felt the need that they needed to zap themselves in order to get out of a bad habit. So with working with those clientele, and literally thousands of them, I realized, there's certain things that you can do to actually make it really easy for them to make habit change. And so all of this that we put together are really the things that I figured out actually work with people that are the worst of the worst, you know, like these are the ultimate of victim mindset. These are the ultimate of, you know, excuses. These are the ultimate, like literally, you know, like negative attitude kind of people. So, but still had that desire to change, obviously, because they had bought the device. And same thing in this case, they have the desire to change. They've walked in the gym, right? So that first stage is there, but there's a lot more base element that needs to be built into the foundation in order for them to really make a lasting change that feels doable, right? And that's how this system really came about, because just from, you know, my work with them and trial and error of what actually works to get a large group of people accountable when they're the most difficult, you know, the most difficult for them to do. And they've failed many times in other ways.
Yes. So oftentimes, you know, when I speak with gym owners, they think that the habit coaching, the accountability coaching, the mindset coaching is complicated. It sounds overwhelming. And they don't want to become their therapist. They don't want to become their shrinks. What would you say to that?
Yeah, you don't have to, right? Because mindset, the beginning of mindset shift, you've got to meet the people where they are, right? And so really, truly, the beginning of any sort of mindset change, right, is discipline. And in discipline, the easiest place to tap into is habit. But even simpler is a habit that's doable, right? So once you build that basin of what I call a bumper habit, right, that even on your worst day, you can do X, and you give people those elements, it creates momentum, even if it's micro, you know, like very micro movement.
A micro change, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And so when that happens, it keeps the momentum going, but it also establishes within the brain, you know, this is doable. Excuse me. So with that, inevitably, that creates mindfulness, right? And when you get that initial element of mindfulness in there, it's a side effect, right? It's an inevitable trajectory that you're going to get mindset shifts. So I think people look at mindset work as like this big, you know, deep, difficult work, right? But you've got to meet the people where they are and give them elements to have that shift on their own. And that's truly mindset work. Habit work, accountability is mindset work. And that's where I think people get confused or unaware, maybe, you know.
Right. Even if you do not know about accountability coaching skills, habit coaching skills, mindset coaching skills, that's okay. Just speak with your gym members, right? At least once a month, just speak with your gym members. And what we would recommend also is for your new clients, it would be more than just once a month. It would be once a week. I would say for 6 to 8 weeks. You would speak with them every week, and it can just be 15 minutes just to check on their habits. And here we are not talking about having crazy habits like, you know, meditation in the morning, and then cold plunge, and then going to the sauna, and then going for a walk, and then basically they start the day, it's 11 a.m. No, we're not talking about that. Here, the type of habit we're talking about is like replacing drinking soda by drinking like water, like easy stuff, right? And you already know that they should not be drinking soda every day. Like, we don't need to to tell you that you don't need to be certified, right, on health coaching to know that drinking soda is not a good idea for your gym members, right? And so you just need to help them with simple habits, simple changes, right, Lauren? Can you tell us a bit more about
Yeah,
that?
so the biggest thing is like that I see missing with, you know, the gym owners that we've worked with in the past and things like that, is that they're chasing the accountability when it's too late.
Yeah. Mhm.
So the person is already well into victim mindset, is well into like they've had their, you know, initial run of enthusiasm, and then that starts wearing off, and then the excuses start coming, and it's at that point, right, the coaches try to get them back, and by then it's already too late, right?
Right.
So the key is giving them something from the very beginning, and it literally is, and it seems so simple, but the fact that anyone even cares to check or notices is really from the very, you know, step one from the very beginning. So
Exactly.
that establishes the habit from the very beginning. And then, yes, you're exactly right. You take something super, super simple. You know, I always use this example as a client that I have, you know, where it's like, start with 2,000 steps a day. And initially they'll be like, oh, I can do 4. Just start with 2, you know, and meaning that 2,000 steps a day is their bumper habit, right? So you make this agreement with a client from the very beginning. Okay, obviously your goals are X, but even on your worst day, you will do 2,000 steps, right? And then send that proof of that, whether that's a screenshot of their you know, step tracker, or if you want them logging their food, it's like, don't even tell them their food restrictions, just log your food, right? So even on your worst day, you will log your food in MyFitnessPal or whatever, and send a screenshot of that, right? And check that. And it literally takes less than 5 minutes a day.
Right.
And I know because I've been doing this for years. So I know how long it takes, you know. And so that little element will carry these people through and will be the crucial thing that keeps them going during that 5 to 7 week period where it's proven, right, that it's inevitable that they're going to fall off a bit, that willpower is now at its weakest, that life starts to happen, right? And those are the times where they're most likely to fall off. And so instead of trying to chase them now at this time, you now have something that you can support them with even more, but that they have something to fall back on even on their worst day. So when they're really struggling, they know, okay, if I can just do the 2,000 steps a day, I'm still moving forward, right? I'm still moving in the right direction. And
because the thing is that willpower is a finite resource for people, right? They only have so much willpower. And so they need the support, they need the accountability coaching, they need the mindset support. And mindset might sound like it's a big word, but actually, what does it mean? It means just speaking with them and caring about them. That's it, right? If you can only do that, that's amazing already.
It literally is only that someone notices, right?
Right.
That's it.
That's it. Then, of course, you do some more advanced things, right? Because you've been doing it for 13 years. You know how to help people in terms of their habits. You know how to provide amazing breakthroughs to people. But that's like more advanced stuff. But if you can only do the basis, you would help 90% of your clients already massively, right?
And that's the thing that I think most people, you know, don't understand. Yes, I do mindset work with clients, but every single client I talk to the very first conversation we ever have is about their habits and diving into their habits and what are their habits throughout the day, right? So because those again are the building blocks, those are the basics. And it's similar to training horses, because I trained horses for years, and a lot of the things that I learned through that is what has taught me really how to work with people. And if there's holes in the basics of the training, it's going to show up in the advanced stuff, and then what you need to do is and there'll be all these other behavioral issues. And really it's all related to this hole in the basics of training. And it's the same for people,
Right.
so they have all these other problems, right, that are happening, but really it all connects back to, can we fill in the gaps in the foundation? And then all those things start to disappear. Right.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I see some people are watching us live right now. If you have questions, don't hesitate to type your questions in the comments here. It's a great opportunity here to ask some questions to Lauren. So yeah, don't hesitate to do that. Can you please tell us a bit more, Lauren, about that 6 to 8 week mark in terms of habits? Because we've all heard that it takes 21 days to form a new habit. But actually, it might not be 21 days, probably a bit more. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so with the work that I do and have done with everyone, one of the biggest things, I've seen patterns, right? So I've worked with a lot of people with every kind of habit you can possibly imagine. And there's a distinct pattern that happens. So number one, I know for a fact that the accountability needs to be from the beginning, right? And that's where you need to be holding them accountable and teaching them the habit of accountability, literally from the beginning, right? When they want to change a habit. So the first habit you actually want them to get into is the habit of accountability. Okay, so why is that so important? Because in the 5 to 7 week mark, people get very confident with the progress they've made so far. This is usually the trigger of this, right? They get pretty confident in the progress they've made so far. They've had enthusiasm working on their side. They've got all the momentum going on their side. And then I don't know what is the universal principle behind this, but between week 5 and 7, life starts to happen. So it's, whether things happen in their family, whether things happen financially, whether things get crazy at work, who knows, right? But it's when it's almost like the test of how much do you actually want this, right? And for whatever reason, that period of time, and they become a little bit overconfident because they think, well, I've been able to do it now for 3 or 4 weeks. I can slip and have, some ice cream now. I'm fine because I know I'll be able to get back on track later. Or I can skip the gym today because I've been going all the time for this period of time and I can miss a day. But it's actually, that is the crucial period of time for them not to do that. And it's also the crucial period of time where, where life is happening, they're more likely to slip back into their old habit patterns because the new habit pattern isn't strongly enough established in order to carry them through. Right. So if you've had that habit and accountability support from the very beginning and you've gotten them in the habit of, even on their worst day, they can do X, that's where that comes in play to the strongest degree, right? Mm-hmm. Because that is the period of time where they're most likely to fall off of whatever new pattern they've established.
Right.
So it's essential to carry them through that period of time. And when you get them through that 5 to 7 week period of time, then it's practically a home run to get them to have that long-term change. Right. So yeah, it's just a very interesting sort of time when it comes to habit change.
Right. And so many gym owners might be using a 6-week challenge, right? And they might provide that accountability coaching for the first 6 weeks, but oftentimes then they just convert them into a membership, but then they stop with the accountability coaching, the nutrition coaching, with all the other things that the challengers loved that provided a transformation.
Right.
But then that's it. Then it's just back to group classes without the habit and accountability coaching, and then they fall off again. What should they do instead, right? They should have a more premium membership where they would continue with that accountability coaching and where they would continue to help their members, not just with those 3 hours of exercising per week, but also all the other habits, sleep, nutrition, stress management, everything else, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think the other, thing in that too is, if you get people in the habit of holding each other accountable too, whether they're partnered up or whatever, that can help carry people through that period of time, and also providing new goals for them, right? Or new challenges for them. So as you move into a new period of time, instead of them being bored, right, with what's going on, okay, you can kind of up things a little bit of what they're being held accountable for, or,
Right.
what the next level of their involvement, right, of their goals are, and things like that.
All right, so let's continue with the presentation here. Let's continue with the slides. I'm going to share my screen again. Can you see my screen, Lauren?
Not yet.
Okay, let me know when you can. It's loading, yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
Can you see it now?
Now I can, yeah.
Okay, so basically, we recommend an online course. We recommend a weekly group call on Zoom, a community chat, and a simple form. If you don't want to do that, just take some time to speak with your members, not just about the classes, but also about the other things, nutrition, sleep, all those other things. And it doesn't have to take so much of your time. And what's cool is that when you do that, the habit and accountability coaching, then you can actually serve all of your clients, and you can actually serve the ones who need it the most. There is a stat that says that there is only 8% of the population that can stick to their habits. Only 8% of the population can stick to their habits. Those are the ones who don't need you. Those are the ones that are already, jogging on their own, or going for, mountain biking, or going for surfing, or going to the gym, and they don't need a coach, or they even work out at home, or whatever. So you need to find a way to help 92% of the population that is not motivated, that doesn't have the right mindset, who won't follow through on their habits, won't follow through on a meal plan, won't follow through on a routine for like bed routine or morning routine. Those people won't follow through. But if you find a way to help those people, now it's much, much, much easier to tap into this market that is untapped. All fitness professionals want the ones with the right mindset. Well, good luck. It's only 8% of the population. So if you find a way to help the unmotivated ones, that's 92% of the population, and that's how you can really grow your gym. So when you can serve all of your clients, you can get them much better outcomes than they are getting now, right? And what you will need to do is actually not being their therapist, not being their psychologist. We are only talking about habits here. So what if, as a coping mechanism, they are binge eating? Well, why not teach them how to journal or how to meditate? What if they are drinking soda, or even worse, what if they are drinking alcohol every day? Well, we can replace that habit by teaching them how to replace the soda with sparkling water and lemon. Or instead of drinking alcohol, it's probably because they need to numb something, numb some pain, some anxiety, some depression. They need to numb something. So we're not going to speak about their trauma. We're only going to recommend some other coping mechanisms that they can use, but at least those are healthy coping mechanisms, like walking in nature with the kids and the dogs, right? What if they watch Netflix and spend hours on TikTok before going to bed with all of that blue light, in front of screens? They are not going to produce any melatonin. And of course that their sleep is not going to be good at all, right? So what if, sure, they can still watch Netflix. Sure, they can still spend hours on TikTok, but not before going to bed. That's why they don't have good sleep. And then that's why they don't have good energy levels. And then that's why they rely on caffeine the whole day after. So what if instead of doing that, they just spend some quality time with their spouse or their partner? Or what if they read? Or what if they find whatever activity, but that is not in front of blue light, right? We're not talking about you becoming their psychologist. It's not therapy. You're not going to become their shrinks. You were just talking about spending a little bit of time to care about what else they are doing during those 165 hours of the week that they are not at the gym. Lauren, you want to stack on that?
Yeah, when it comes to habits, and I think it's worth explaining this a little bit, is that a negative habit pattern, or a positive habit pattern for that matter, is an emotional trigger first, right? And especially if we're working with people that are trying to get more fit, right, or lose weight, that's the answer that they've come up with, right, to that emotional overload. That escape usually is, something that has been a negative habit pattern, right, or what I would call a destructive habit pattern, right? So the whole point of really habits is to retrain what that answer is for that same emotional load, right? So traditionally the answer was, let's say, binge eating. But then what mindful habits really are is then replacing that answer to, like you said, go for a walk, or listen to music, or listen to music and journal, right? Or just like cry, whatever it is, allow people to just process that in a new way. And so that's really all that it is replacing something that's destructive with something that's constructive, right? Hurtful versus healthful. And so it's still processing whatever that emotional trigger is, but in a way that is enhancing the person rather than, being destructive for the person.
Right. Yes, exactly. And so now you might be thinking, well, that sounds great, Remy. That sounds great, Lauren. I'm going to share my screen again. Oops. Hold on, give me a sec. Share screen. That sounds great. I agree that, it would be great if I coach my gym members on their habits, if I coach my gym members in terms of accountability coaching, in terms of their mindset. I agree, but I just don't know how to do it, or my coach don't know how to do that. And it sounds kind of like overwhelming. Well, we understand that. And so that's why one of the things that we do at Hollows Body is that we actually do that for you. We do that with two different things. The first thing is that we have a white labeled health coaching online course that includes habits, mindset coaching, accountability coaching. So here we have a screenshot with some videos from Lauren, and we have way more videos in that health coaching online course. So you see here, we are addressing habits, addressing mind, body, and emotions, mind over matter, how to build positive habits, overcoming self-sabotage, relapse, reaching the next goal, the link between your nervous system and habits, how to prep for your brain for sleep. And what's cool is that once you join the Holos Body program, you just have to add your logo, and then the course is yours. And then you can use that course with your members. And so the online course is great, but what's even better is that Lauren also is here to help you to be part of your team, the team of the gym. We also do done for you habit and accountability coaching. Lauren has been doing this for 13 years now, have helped thousands of clients, literally. And so she can be part of your team of coaches. We get it. Maybe you have some CrossFit certified coaches. Maybe they've done a nutrition certification, or they just did a personal training certification, and they don't want to deal with the mind. Your coaches only want to teach people how to deadlift and how to do some pull-ups. That's fine. Just add Lauren, in your team, and Lauren would do that for you. We would provide the habit and the accountability coaching online course. We would do the weekly live group calls. Lauren would do that for you with your gym members. We would run the community chat and the support, and we do have that habit tracking form, and Lauren would check out the answers and see if some of your gym members need more support, and then would let you know. And now it's an opportunity maybe to provide some more support to some of the members that would need more support. And then maybe it's an opportunity also to upsell. Lauren, you want to tell us a bit more about what we do here?
Yeah, so the biggest thing is, again, I've done this for a long time. So, part of those group calls, for example, I can dive into more of the, deeper habit things or deeper mindset things that may need to be addressed that you don't have to worry about. Those are patterns, or those are things that I've recognized after years of experience. So I certainly can address those things in those calls. But also with the accountability groups, again, I've been doing this for years. So, and with thousands of people. So I know exactly how to run a group in accountability in a way that, is the most likely possibility to keep people moving in the right direction and successful for the long term. So it just makes all of that a whole lot easier. And the course is really just the basic things to get yourself going for habits and accountability for your clients. So, I've had courses in multiple different habit apps and things like that. So I know exactly what things can hit home for people that make sense and make it really easy for them to have habit change. So I've certainly had an influence over a large amount of people at this point, and know exactly those basic elements to really keep people going and keep them having long-term success.
Right. So I'm going to share my screen again. So just to recap, basically, you just need to take some time to care about your gym members. If you don't have coaches that feel ready to do that, or if yourself as the gym owner, you don't feel ready to do that, that's fine. What we recommend is habit and accountability online course, weekly live group calls, community chat and support, habit tracking form, or at least that you just take some time to do it. If you don't want to do it because your coaches don't want to do it, you don't want to do it yourself, just add Lauren in your team, right? And just get our online course. You would also get the habit tracking form. You would get all the tools and systems that we have and all the experience that Lauren has. So now you have a choice, right? You can either do it on your own and coach your clients on their habits and keep them accountable, or you can do it with us, right? You can also have Lauren do that for you. It's easy to install that, literally. You just need to make the decision and that's it. Then Lauren is part of your team. Then you just need to decide, okay, I want Lauren to do a call every Tuesday at 2 p.m. And that's what we would do with your gym members. Of course, we would recommend that you as the gym owner joins those calls as well, but Lauren would lead the calls for you. So how can we help? Well, our team has set aside some time in the next 48 hours to speak to you personally about how you can apply all those ideas to your gym starting today. Whatever your biggest challenges are, we have seen them and we know how to overcome them. This accountability and habit coaching will help your clients massively. And that's because we would provide much better clients to your clients, much better results to your clients, that you would get more leads, more clients, you would charge more, and you would retain much better, right? And so in this call, we will work with you to craft a step-by-step game plan to acquire new ideal clients, 10 to 80 new clients per month by serving more. What we mean by that is adding this habit and accountability coaching so that you can charge more and so that you can also retain your clients much, much longer while working less, right? Once you make more money by charging more, by retaining longer, by getting more clients, and you have Lauren doing that for you, you will be able to make so much more revenue without working more that you will also be able to hire and delegate the rest to your team members, right? So our goal on this call, it's a free call, and our goal on this call is to give you massive clarity, right? We're not gonna make you an offer no matter what. We're only going to invite you if you're the perfect fit for the Hollows Body program. At least you're going to leave the call, even if we don't make you an offer, with massive clarity on what you should be doing next. So who this is for? You must be coachable and willing to learn and implement new things. You must really care about creating transformation for your gym members. There is no substitute for really wanting to give your best and change your clients' lives. And you must have tenacity. Even if we are here to make things very easy for you, we set up the ads for you. Literally, you have Lauren that is part of your team now to coach your own gym members on your behalf, right? We do a lot of done-for-you services. We try to make it as simple as possible. It is not a magic pill either, though. You're still going to have to do some work. You're still going to have to enroll your new your leads, your prospects. We're still going to have to coach you on some skills, but at least we would set up the ads for you. Lauren will be part of the team. We are trying to make it very easy, but it's not a magic pill. If that's you, if you're coachable, if you really care about creating transformation for your clients, and if you have tenacity, if that's you, then book a call now. So to book your call with us, it's you just need to go to hollowsbody.com/free call, hollowsbody.com/free call. And what we're going to do is that we're going to ask you what's up with your business, what's not working, see where you want to be, and look at what's holding you back from reaching your goals. and then see if you could be a fit for the Hollows Body program. We do not invite every gym owner to join this program. You have to be the fit for it. We would rather say no to the money and make sure that we keep a great success rate. So we're not gonna enroll you to join the program no matter what. We're only going to make you an offer if you're the perfect fit, if we are 100% certain that we can help you. Anything you'd like to add, Lauren?
No, I think you actually did a great job of wrapping that up. I don't know what to add other than, I'm excited to get to talk to everyone. And I know that this kind of work makes lasting change and very loyal clients. So,
very loyal clients for sure. Yeah. Yes. Once you transform their lives, they're going to be very loyal, right? When you change people's life, then they are so grateful that they don't want to leave. And also they just want to continue to get better and better results.
Exactly. And it's such a simple thing. It's such a simple thing to add in, and it makes such a huge impact on people's lives, but also your business. And right. It's so simple. Yeah.
Right. It's so simple if you decide to do it yourself. It's simple if you decide that your coaches would do it. It's even more simple if Lauren just does it for you, right? So if you want to do that, I invite you to book a free call. It's a 45-minute, 1-hour call. You will probably speak with me, or you're going to speak with one of our team members. And we're going to look at your business, see if we can help you. And if we are 100% certain we can help you, we might invite you to join the program. So go to hollowsbody.com. That's HOLOSBODY.com/free call. And I just posted the link in the comments so that you can just click on that link and book your breakthrough call with us now. Thank you so much, Lauren.
Thank you too. Bye, Remy.
Bye,
everybody.
Bye, everyone.